Hey guys, welcome to another Devlog of Edenville. Welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are doing great and doing wonderful on this day. So today I wanted to make a devlog showing you guys what I have done so far. I didn't make one last week as usual just because of work. As usual, it wasn't enough to show what I wanted to show you guys, but I feel like I'm in a good spot right now to show what I have so far. So today's Wednesday morning. So let's get started, shall we? Let's get started. So this is the usual the splash screen you have seen before. The only different thing that I added here was these wavy lines coming in here with these wavy trails that are happening here, and this basically is just to represent what the wind. If it's super windy, this is what the trail lines for the wind is going to look like. So I added it just to see how it would look like, and you know, maybe it doesn't look too bad. So I'm keeping them for now. And that's basically it, what I've done for the splash screen. Well, other things that I've added here, I started hooking up the gameplay for this game. So if I were to run it again, uh, there's going to be an actual the splash screen of this game is going to be like. So it's going to have the logo, and then you have the buttons for, you know, if you want to create a new game, you want to load a game, or if you want to go to options. So I started hooking up all of this stuff already. So if you created a new game, hypothetically, let's say if I press new game, you press the name of what the character you can be like, right? See, I'm calling J for now. The name of the world, so you can just say J's world or whatever you want to call it. And you can press a seed here. So you create your own random seed here, or create a seed that you had before if you want to play in the same world that you played before and you enjoyed it. So you could put it in here as well. Or you can leave it blank. If you leave it blank, then it will generate a random one. So in here, you can either be numbers or it could be words too. So I'm gonna leave it blank for whatever reason, right? And if I press play, it will then generate this world where I'm gonna be at. The problem with this, as you can see, is that I don't have an actual position yet or where I want the player to spawn at. I still have to generate this. I still have to place the actual village of the character. And this is going to be a thing because of collisions on pond. But yeah, and so until then, I have an actual village or where I want the player to be at. I think this is going to do for now, since I don't have a place to know where I want the player to spawn at. So give me a second here. I'm gonna see if I'm able to move my character just a bit. All right, so I think I'm able to do that. Okay, cool. Cool, so I got out of that. All right, so I created this generator world here. And it's super random at any time. I know you saw a number here. I was doing some debugs on I'm placing the fish spawner, and it had some bugs before, so I needed to figure out how many spawners were in here, and I was just debugging it. I just need to take it off, but I'll leave it there for now. Um, cool. So you generate this world, and what you can do now, every time you create a new game, for the time being, you get it. Instead of picking up all the items that were on the floor like I had it before, I ended up just automatically adding it to the inventory. So you have the hoe, you have the watering can, you have the fish rod, and some seeds. Later on, you most likely won't have these anyway. This is just for testing purposes. So when you create a new game, you don't most likely won't have the fishing rod or the watering can or some of the seeds and all of that. But for testing purposes, I'm leaving it there for now. And basically that's what I've done. You can save it now. So if we were to save it, let's say I save it here. I should have done it if I close it, run it back. Let's say I stopped playing the game. I didn't want to come back anymore. And I come back the next day or whatever. You can press load game. And then you can see, hey, hold on, let's play here. So the third one is the one that we were just in. Yeah, it's definitely not working. So all right then, guys, I needed to go somewhere, so I didn't get a chance to look into this crash that's happening with creating a new world or loading into a new world that just happened. So I need to look into that. I just haven't had a chance to look into it just because of work. I really need to get this video out, at least to show you guys what I have so far. So I decided to continue what I'm going to be working on. So I decided to continue working forward with the next thing, and that ends up being the dungeon generation. So I have another world that still works, which is the first one, which is going to be JoJo, which is like my environment where I'm testing a lot of this stuff. So let's get into it. Let's get started. Today is Saturday evening, and I'm just showing you guys what I have so far. So let's get into this dungeon world and let's get started. Let's go. Let's jump into this world where I'm testing. So we're gonna spawn inside the cave. You can see there were some updates to this cave now that I'm still trying to tweak the environment and how I want the cave to look like. That's still in the process of me working on it. So like as mentioned before, everything that you're gonna see right now is still a work in progress. I just wanted to give you guys some updates on what I've been working on so far. So cool. So I've been messing around with the cave with point lights and all of that, and trying to mess around with the light occluders. So as you can see like shadows happening on this side of certain obstacles. I added another pointer that the character is going to be holding, so the character is going to be holding like a torch. So I added another item into this game, and that's basically a torch that the player can be holding. So if I press that, the character is going to be holding this torch. So right now it doesn't look that great just because I still need to create the sprite of the character holding the torch, and I just need to make that the animation for it. But for now this works. But yeah, I've been messing around with the light occluders for the character and for other items that are going to be in here, and it's still a work in progress. I still debating if I like it or not. I don't know just yet if I'm super. I don't know if I still like this just yet, just because it's kind of dark on this side, right? So this is the first time me using this, so I'm still gonna be tweaking this. Maybe there's some other ways to make this look a little bit better for certain angles. Just messing around with this new thing that I've never done in Godot before. At certain points I do like it, and certain points I don't. This is what I've been working, guys, so far. So we messed around with creating this gameplay loop that you can create a new world, you can save it, and you can load it back in. I still need to look at that issue of what's happening just now with the crash. I'll definitely be working on that and look into this, see why the new save is not working. Tweaking more of how this cave, how I want it to look like. It looks actually, I do like the way it looks. Like it's super dark. You're gonna be needing a torch in order to light up this area. I don't know if all caves can be like that, where I want them all to be super dark. So I'm still working on that. But feel free if you guys have any comments or feedback on this. If you guys like the idea of caves always being super dark, like the idea of always being lit up, right? Or a mix of both. And another thing I worked on, it's just I've been worrying a little bit, it's the character now. I can show you that, guys, in a little bit. I've been working on some updates on how my character is going to look like and how this customization is going to work like when it comes to creating a new world, a new game. Actually, let me see if I can go out. If it crashes, then it has to do with the outer world. Let's get out right here. Does it crash? Okay, so it doesn't crash. Cool. So as like I said before, I'm still working on the point lights, so this is super bright outside. This doesn't look that great, but still in the works. I haven't tested it outside yet. So I went to the outside of this world. I created this crop over here where I'm gonna be technically like farming whatever I'm farming, this pineapple over here. And as you can see, no matter if I go into this cave or come back outside, this plot's gonna be outside. As you saw, I loaded into this game, and I knew that there was a crop down here. So basically, just hooked up the entire gameplay loop for this game. So you know, you create a new game, you can load it in. Anything that you do in this world, it's going to be saved. As you can see, this was already outside over here, and be able to, you know, transition to different scenes. So transition to a cave, and be able to transition back outside to the outer world. I fixed the caves now so that every time you come into the same ones, I don't know if I mentioned that before already, but if I haven't, every time you come into the same cave, it's going to be the same generator one, right? So every time you come into different caves, it should be different than the other one, but every time you come into the same one, it should be the same. That's basically the idea that I was looking into. So for this one, I don't have any point lines yet because I was testing it on the other one. But you can just open up yours and you can just mess around. I added water over here as well. So some dungeons will have water inside and you can fish inside, which is the idea right now. But right now, I'm just trying to tweak this and see if I like it or not. Other than that, I think this is looking good. Let me turn that off. And that's basically what I've been working on so far. So let me show you the character right now. I made some updates to it now, and let me show you how that works right now. I'm still in the process of tweaking a little bit because everything doesn't work just yet with the animations, because I completely changed the way of how this layout looks. Before, you only had a sprite, which then has the sprite of the character, all the sprites in it, and that's it, right? But now, so you got this character here, and that's under layout now, and I have it separated by different features of this of this player or character that you can have. The base is basically, it's gonna be just the skin basically of the character, the eyes, as usual, you know what the eyes, facial hair. So right now it's just the eyebrows, and if it has any beard and all of that, it's gonna be there as well. The top, which is gonna be the shirt. It has the bottom for the pants or whatever it is character's gonna have. It's gonna have shorts or whatever. Hair, if you want the character to have hair or not have any hair, you know, if it's bald. And then shoes. And the reason why it's separated this way is because that way I have more control over customization, where when it comes to me, once I start implementing customization. So for base, for the skin, you can change the color. If you wanted a different color skin coloration, basically, you come in here, you can change the color. So if you wanted to be a little bit more darker red. And what my thought here, I will have to look into it, is to see if I can create a color picker when it comes to customization, so that you can choose whatever color you want for the character. I mean, you can go crazy, maybe make a blue guy in here or whatever, right? So for that, so with this feature comes, and you can do the same thing for other things as well. For the eyes, you can make it green, you can make it blue, make it brown, whatever color you can want for this character. Facial hair as well. Right now it doesn't have a color, but you can make it have a different color if you want. I just have to change this to not be black, so you can change the color of it. The top, which is going to be the shirt, you can change it to a different color if you want, and just messing with this, with a color picker basically, to make it a color that you want it to have. Let me put it back to blue, and this way it gives this huge customization for this character, for different colors. I don't have to create multiple sprites and have each individually have a color on it. This makes it a little bit easier on my end, since I'm not like a huge artist or anything like that. But with this, it also gives you guys more customization of your character, which is super awesome. The only thing I will have to do this is create different variations of shirts. So maybe this can be long sleeve shirt, maybe there's a tank top in here. I don't know if I'm gonna do tank tops, but just an idea that I'm giving out right now. It's just different variations. So the tops, same thing for the bottoms or the pants. You can change the color as before. You can change it to blue if you want it, and it creates all these cool customizations, right? That's super awesome. So yeah, so for the bottoms, the only thing I will have to do now is if it's going to be shorts, pants, or maybe a skirt. And then you have hair, and as usually like the others, you can change the color or whatever hair you want it. If you want it to be green and all of that. And the same thing for the hair, just create a different sprites of different styles of hair, different variations of hair. Like either you're bald, you have long hair, or whatever other names for haircuts it can be like. I don't know all the names for them, but yeah, just giving you guys the ideas. And the same thing for shoes. Uh, you can change the color of the shoes if you want down here. And the main idea that I would like for this to be at, so that when, let's say, we come into the game, you're creating a new, once it pops in a new game, the player customization is going to be on this thing. And maybe if there's a way, I feel there should be a way, because I've done it before in Unity, where you can create a color picker and then you can choose the color you want it, and that's going to be for the hair, and all of this customization is going to be on this pop-up. But at least that's the idea, and that's basically what I have been working, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know this video was kind of everywhere a little bit, and it's not my usual videos on how I want it to be laid out. Just that I just don't have the ability to record these beforehand like I used to do. So before, I would, like, after I finish the feature, I will record it right away. But right now I have all of this stuff that I have, and I'm basically just telling you guys in what I have worked on in one day, basically. So it's just a little bit different. So other than that, I'm still working on this, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to like the video and subscribe and hit that bell notification icon for new notifications that comes from me. And you guys want to join on this journey, I'm really excited about this character customization that I have. Feel free to let me know what you guys thinking in the comments and your feedback. I'm always listening to your feedback, and I'm always open to new suggestions as well. But this is what I'm rolling with, and I think I am really liking it where it's going right now. So I think I'm in a good spot right now. That's basically what I have for you guys this week. I'm working on creating new sprites for this. So let me open up. Basically, I have this sprite. I'm trying to create the character to have his hand in front of it, so that it looks like it's holding something. So that's basically what I'm working right now. So it has his hand forward, so that this is where the torchlight's going to be at, or any other item that's going to be hold in this way. So I'm creating all of this stuff that I need to do for that. Cool. Just wanted to show you guys that real quick, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this updates, and that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful night, depending on your time, and I'll see you guys next time. Signing out, guys. Signing out.